have a surprise Funko Pop. I wonder what it could be. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. Today I have kind of a mishmash of things. It's gonna include a little bit of a Blu-ray haul, some books, and a surprise little Funko Pop that has a really fun story behind it, plus a channel update. It has been a little over a year since I regularly started posting on this channel, and there have been a bunch of new subscribers, so hey to y'all. And I just wanted to do a little update on some changes that are going to be happening on this channel, or you may have already seen happening on this channel. So let's just jump right into it. So I have about 7 DVDs and Blu-rays to show you. The first couple of them are from work, and most of them, actually I don't think any of them have been taken out of the wrap, because I usually don't take them out of the wrap until I put them into my little sheet of the collection that I have, so they will all still have their wrap on them. But the first one is The Curse of the Cat People. I don't know if this movie is out yet on at least this one that I have. Again, this is from work. This is, I've only seen like bits and pieces of it, but it's kind of one of those like kind of campy-ish horror movies from the 50s, I want to say. 40s. This is from the 40s. And it's just about a little girl who, her dad thinks she's possessed with the spirit of his wife, or his ex-wife, or dead wife. So it'll be kind of interesting when I finally do watch this. This is my favorite genre of horror. I'm not a huge horror fan, but a lot of the horror that I really, really enjoy is this really campy kind of horror from the early days of cinema. I'd say that every time I talk about horror movies. I love slasher movies like Halloween and Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream is probably one of my favorites, and The Thing, and John Carpenter pretty much. But I do love a good campy horror movie, and actually I think a couple of these are campy horrors, including The Curse of the Cat People. So that one is going to be one I'm going to check out soon. The next is the other campy horror movie, Dr. Blood's Coffin. I know nothing about this. This is one I just pulled off of our shelf at work. This is from the 60s actually, but it is another very campy horror movie. Looks like it'll be a lot of fun and pretty hilarious. It looks kind of like it'll be maybe a little bit like Frankenstein's monster, at least from this image. If you can see this image here on the back, he looks a little bit like a Frankenstein's monster. Next is a comedy, and I don't know why I've never seen this before, but Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit. It just looks like such a fun, weird movie. I have heard of it, but I've never really heard what it's about. I don't know who else is in this, but it looks like such a fun, weird comedy, and I know it's got Dan Aykroyd in it, so it's gotta be good. So I pulled this from the shelf also. The next two are just ones I found left on the counter at work because nobody wanted them, and I was like, nobody wants them, I will definitely take them. And again, they're still in the wrapping. Party Down Season 2. This show is so funny. I love Adam Scott and Megan Mullally and Martin Starr, and just, this has just such a great cast. It's been a while since I've actually really watched anything. I don't think I've seen Season 2. I've seen most of Season 1, so I was really excited to see this just sitting there and grabbed it. The next is another TV series, Mr. Bean. It is the original, I think, 14 episodes of Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson is hilarious, and I remember watching Mr. Bean on PBS when I was younger. It's just such a funny, silly show. I can't wait to just relive my childhood with some of these episodes. Then the last two are very timely. They were only $5 a piece at Target in honor of the new Jurassic World movie coming out. The first one of those is The Lost World, the second Jurassic Park movie. So now I officially own every single Jurassic Park movie because the third one is Jurassic 3, or Jurassic Park 3. I officially own every single Jurassic Park movie except for the new one that comes out. I even have Jurassic World somewhere, but I really like the redesigned cover art for these. It does match the Jurassic World cover art, but not necessarily Jurassic Park. They had a new cover art for the Jurassic Park, but I didn't want to get that, wherein I already had the original Jurassic Park, so I just got these. They were $5 a piece, which is a great deal because I think normally they would be like $10, so I got 2 for 1 pretty much. I don't think I've actually seen this one at all, or just bits and pieces of it. And then I remember this one really terrifying me as a kid, and it was only like watching the very beginning of it, like with the dad and the son, if I'm remembering that correctly. It's been a long time since I've seen either of these. I really only watched Jurassic Park a lot, but I'm really excited to maybe not watch these before the new one comes out. I probably will just rewatch Jurassic Park and then watch Jurassic World before the new one comes out, but at least I have these in my collection, and I'm very excited about that because I am a completionist when it comes to my collection. So those are all of the DVDs and Blu-rays that I have to show you guys, but I do have a couple vintage magazines and some books. The vintage magazines are actually something that was from my childhood, but these are a little bit older than that. These are actually from a couple, well, one is from like a couple months after I was born, and one is from a couple years after I was born, which I didn't realize that this magazine series was that old, because I was reading these when I was like in middle school, maybe it wasn't like that old. I was like maybe in elementary school or like something, but it is the Disney Adventures magazine. If anybody is my age, lived through most of the 90s, you would know these. This is literally the first issue. It is issue number 1. It says right there, first issue. It came out November 12th, 1990. So I was like just barely 6 months old when this movie came. Or this movie? Jeez Louise. When this magazine came out, and it's so cool. It's like in pristine condition. Barely anything has been like done to it. It's like so awesome. There's like little comics. It's not as like Disney Adventure as I remember it, because the one that I remember, it only had a couple comics, and then it was like a bunch of articles about different things and fun little things like that. I mean, it does have some articles. There is a little Rick Moranis thing somewhere in here. Like, this is so old, there's even an ad for Peter Pan on VHS. I love it. I love things like this. One of my coworkers and friends gave me both of these, like this one with crisscross on it, and Max from the A Goofy movie. He said his friend was cleaning out his closet and didn't want these. He was just going to throw them away, and we had been talking about them literally a couple days before, so he gave them to me because I was just talking about how much I love these, and I was looking at them and trying to find some more. So my friend just brought me these, and I'm super grateful because these are so awesome, and I want to like try to frame them or preserve them in some way in the future. Then the next two are books you may recognize because there is a similar one right here on my shelf, actually two of them right here on my shelf behind me. They are 101 sci-fi movies and 101 horror movies you need to watch before you die, or you must see before you die. If you have been following this channel for a while, you know I have been doing the 1001 challenge for almost a year now, and if you don't know what that is, there is a card right up there where you can go watch either the first video or the entire playlist. I have like maybe 20 something videos in there right now because I only do it every other week, but it is where I check off every single movie on the list of 1001 movies you must see before you die. I'm only at like 149 now or something like that, but these are two genres that I feel like I need to watch a little bit more of because I do love sci-fi, and this just has a bunch of sci-fi movies that I really want to check out in the future. And then horror is something that I'm a little iffy on, and a lot of the movies in here are movies like that I know I will like. I looked through it, and it's up through most of this. I would enjoy some of them because I do love the original horror, campy horror like that. They even have my favorite horror movie in here, if I can find it.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Here it is. This is like my absolute favorite horror movie, The Tingler. I did a video talking about it last October. You can check it out up there as well. But this book just has like so many iconic horror movies, so many movies that I had never heard of because they are from Europe, Germany, all kinds of places. There is even Korean and other Asian horror movies in here that I probably would be too terrified to watch because those are like the kind of movies that truly terrify me. So this one is probably going to be a really tough one for me. If I want to do the list on this, I may pull some movies from this list in October and do a couple videos on those, ones that aren't necessarily in this book. With the sci-fi one, I went through this and there's some that I hadn't really seen, but there's also some like, oh, where did it just go? I just saw it. There's some that are just like super goofy, like Flash Gordon, that I have been meaning to watch or that I really want to watch, and random ones. I keep pulling up ones that I've heard of. I'm trying to find one that I've never heard of that's so weird. Okay. Nope, that's not it. I want to find just like really weird ones.
2 very boring minutes later.
I don't know. It's probably going to take me way too long to find it. There are so many awesome movies in here. If you are interested in like film history or just my 1001 series or sci-fi or horror, they also have, I think, a cult one, like cult movies that I was gonna get. If you are really into this kind of stuff, you would really enjoy it. And then the last little thing I have for you guys is a Funko Pop. This is a very rare Funko. It was a Target exclusive back in May, and I found out the release date the day after the release date. So when I went to go find it, it was completely sold out. My friends and I tried our hardest to look for it. We could never find it. And then in early June, one of my friends sends us a picture that he found the Funko Pop in a Target and was like, there are 6 more at this Target. So the next day, me and one of my friends went to that Target and ended up having to ask the person at the desk in the toy aisle to please see if there were any of these left, and there were 6 in a box in the back room. Usually Target employees don't go back and pull stuff for you from the back office or the stock room, but I think this guy was new, so he went and pulled it for us anyways. And this is kind of going along with the whole theme of this video, and that is Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Sexy Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Usually he lives at my desk at work, but I brought him home especially so I could show it to you guys because I just love him. Plus, I wanted to have him here for my Jurassic World review because I just, sexy Dr. Ian Malcolm when he comes back for the new series. I just thought it would be fun to show you guys off this cute little Funko. I am so in love with him. I'm still in shock. It's been almost a month since I got him. I just am in love with it. And now for the channel update. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because this video is going on a lot longer than I had thought it would be. As you can probably tell, I have been doing a lot of reactions recently. A couple of them have brought a bunch of you to this channel, and if you guys are still watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Like I say at the end of every video, I love and appreciate all of you guys for watching. And I am not going to turn into a reaction channel. I can promise you that. I can just tell you that straight up. I am focused mostly on reviewing movies, talking about my love for movies and film history. I mean, my favorite part of this channel is doing the 1001 challenge every other week. So I am never going to stop doing that. The reactions are just a way for me to put a little bit extra content out there for you guys because I just love discussing your thoughts and feelings about specific trailers or movies or anything film and TV related. So you can expect to see those every time that there's a new trailer that I want to talk about, or sometimes, because I won't do them for everything. If you want to see my thoughts on some kind of trailer, you can always tweet me. My socials are in the description, or there is usually a lower third at the beginning of the video where you can tweet me, ask me if I'm going to be doing a reaction. I will tell you where I will be putting it, if it will be a trailer reaction on here, or like usual on Stardust. Most of the time I will do a reaction on Stardust for most things, so if you ever are worried that I'm not going to do a reaction to it, check my Stardust and you will probably find it there. Sometimes I don't do one, but just if you want me to do a specific one, let me know on Twitter and I will gladly think about it. Because sometimes I don't necessarily have time because I do have a full-time job and I do work on these videos most of the time, 40 hours a week, just as much. So hopefully I will get to any trailers or any reactions that you want. But I feel like I've gotten out of breath. I'm kind of winded because I just can't stop talking. So I think I'll end it here. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you picked up for this week. If you have any fun Funkos, there will be a Funko haul, I can promise you, in August. Well, I can't promise you in August because money is a thing and they are like kind of expensive. So I can say that there may be a fun Funko haul sometime in August concerning one of my favorite TV shows. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments down below, especially if you're this far. Let me know. All you have to say in the comments is what you think the TV show is that I will be doing a Funko haul from later on. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate every single one of you. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe, because I love talking all things movies, TV shows, filmmaking, film history, sharing my collection, and hearing what you guys have in yours. And I'll see you next time. Bye!